Hello again. I just finished a client call, and in this case, the client call was regarding communicating with someone's loved animal, somebody that's been with them for over a decade. And it brought me back to, let's see, the year was 2011. It's hard to believe that was 9 years ago. And it was the year that my dog Zoe, here's a picture of her. She had been with me for 14, 15 years, and she went from being my constant companion, my hiking partner, somebody who loved to go on car rides with me. Well, in that case, my truck, especially with the middle window in the back that could go down because she loved to stick her head out the back. And she went from being active to dropping weight, like more than a pound every couple of days. And, of course, numerous vet visits, chiropractic adjustments, and nothing seemed to be helping. She couldn't keep food down. At some point, she couldn't keep water down consistently. Nobody could figure out what was going on. Tests were all coming back negative, negative, negative. And, you come to this place of how do you make this decision? When do you make this decision on do you continue to, hello everyone, of course say hello if you're here. And if you've got questions and you've got comments, feel free to share them. But I'm at this place of trying to decide how to best support this love of my life. At that point, she has been the most consistent thing in my life for almost 15 years. My dog Zoe moved with me multiple times, more than one state. She also survived all my relationships. And she was who saw and experienced life with me consistently for almost 15 years. And so now she's sick. And I don't know what to do. Nothing that I'm doing, nothing that the doctors are doing seems to be providing her much relief or much comfort. And I hated to leave her alone. When I could, I would bring her to work with me. And I knew a difficult decision was coming. And I really wanted to honor her and do what was most loving for her. And I can remember sharing with a friend of mine, how do you know when the time is? Because, of course, I'm tired, I'm frustrated, I've been going to the vet constantly with her. Of course, money is being spent left and right for all these tests. And I don't want to put her through anything that is only going to cause more pain or discomfort. I only want to do what can help her. So I said to my friend, I wish I could talk to her. And he said, well, talk to her. And, of course, at that time, I didn't really know what to do or how to do it. So I kind of felt like I did my best and talked to her. And from that conversation, expressed what I just shared with you and said, make it clear. And the words that came to me, and I can remember leaving that conversation feeling like, okay, I'm going to know when your quality of life is such that it's time. And I can remember one day that I left for less than an hour. I was trying not to leave unless I absolutely had to, or leave her at home. And I came back, and it was obvious that she had been sick. It was obvious that she wanted to go outside, so I went outside with her, and at that point, she had difficulty walking. And the look on her face said everything to me. It said that it was time. So I called my vet, and we made arrangements. And I'm sharing this with you because I didn't know then that there were people who could have helped me to communicate with Zoe, that could help me to communicate with this dog that had been my constant companion for years. And even though I felt like I had made a connection with her and that I had an answer, there was a part of me that doubted it. There was part of me was like, well, yeah, this is going to make your life easier. You're not going to have to keep spending money. You're not going to have to keep cleaning up. The list went on. Is this really what's best for her? Maybe you should push through. Maybe you should, this, and you should that. And, so there was still, despite checking in, despite having a conversation with her and feeling like I left with something, I still had doubt and uncertainty, which didn't feel great. So I am grateful today that my abilities have evolved, grown, expanded, have gained more strength, however I would describe it. I might use all those words depending. That now I can have conversations with my own animals and other people's animals, whether they're still with us or have passed, because now I can help people with this conversation, with the conversation that I was struggling with, or the question that I was struggling with, which was, how do I best support and love my dog when she's sick? And how do I know that I'm doing what's in her best interest? And how do I know when it's time to help her transition? And I am grateful that I was able to give that gift to someone today, to give that gift of that conversation, of that information and those answers directly from a beloved pet that's been a part of the family for over a decade. So I say it this way, if I knew then what I know now, I would have reached out to someone who could have helped relieve that stress and worry, help decrease that doubt that I had in myself. Was I really listening to my dog, or was it me just telling me, yes, it's time? I know now, because I can communicate with Zoe, that it was time. She has confirmed that for me. So I share this because if you know someone who's struggling to make decisions as far as their dog or their cat or their, a loved animal, and what's in their best interest and how they can best support them, especially when their health is compromised or there's been an issue, let them know that there are people who can help them. Because, again, I'm grateful to know that today, as the person shared, they felt lighter. It confirmed what they already knew. They felt lighter as a result. So I want to thank my dog Zoe for all the years that she was with me and how she continues to be with me, and for this gift that now I can share. If you know someone, or if this someone is you and you'd like to talk more, send them a message, or I'll put my link to my calendar. You can schedule it in my calendar, and we'll go from there. All right, I'm sending you lots of love, and of course, all things fucking fantastic. Until I talk to you again. Love y'all.